Oh, okay. Yo, let's watch this video, yo. And the reason why I want to watch this video, and maybe we could get in some hip-hop conversation in here. I believe with the Discord, I could now talk to more of you guys. And, like, if you have an opinion in the chat, you don't have to just voice it and nobody hears you. You could actually talk to me. And maybe if, like, you have an argument, maybe we could debate. You know what I mean? This is a platform where it's not just me just talking to y'all. This is where we all share it. So, I watched this video earlier and I posted to my Instagram just now. Like, to me, this is the epitome of what Drake fans have become. And I don't want to say on a racial level, but just their mentality. And I want y'all to watch this video. These are the Drake stans who ran up on Joe Budden. Just listen to these dudes talk. And I'm not going to say this is representative of every Drake stan or Drake fan, but I feel like that's, like, when I get tweeted about Drake, these are the people who are tweeting me. I see this a lot. So when I'm listening to these dudes, I'm like, I know exactly what fan you are. So I'm about to play it. I'm about to put the video on the screen. Yo, thank you for subscribing, Almighty Blacken, and let's watch this video together. These are the Drake stans.
Joey, 18.
My name is Rita, I'm 16.
My name is Andre, I'm 16.
Alright, well, first of all, it started like we're going to get bagels.
Then we happened to see Joe Budden outside.
We got out of the car, and this is where I'm recording him approaching the white car, the Mercedes, and I was just like, it's Joe Budden, it's Joe Budden. And that's where he starts getting close to the window and recording him, and he just gets out, and he's already angry. And that's when, like, we saw that aggression, and that's when he started saying stuff.
4 p.m. in Calabasas. Fuck you, Joe Budden. We turn our back and we see Joe Budden chasing us. This time, we drove away and he never actually caught us. We went to my house and then we knocked out for 2 hours, 3 hours. And then we wake up. He posted a video before we went to sleep.
When we woke up, that video was getting retweets.
It's going viral.
And I FaceTimed him right after. And he said, come pick me up. I want to go back to Joe Budden's house. Me and him jump out of my friend's car. And I see a car driving down the street. So the guy goes down Joe Budden's one way, pulls a UE, and then you see Joe Budden putting his, like, shades up. And I'm, like, yelling, whatever. Then you see him stop in front of Joe Budden's house. Joe Budden rips open the door and he just runs down, jumps in the car. We're driving away, and then we get stopped at a stop sign.
Yo, back off!
That wasn't me. That wasn't me. I'm
Back
sorry.
off! Block again. I'm gonna kill one of you little niggas.
All right. I'm sorry. Sir, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yo, chill.
Sir, I'm sorry for them. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm sorry. You got. That wasn't me. I wasn't. Okay, I'm sorry.
I keep seeing you tweet.
My mom wakes me up in the morning, and she tells me, I think that guy from yesterday's at the house. He starts practically apologizing for what had happened and said he didn't know our age.
This is a sucker shit.
It was a good idea to play at my house.
Not for Joe, but how they try to spin the story.
I'm 36 years old and I have a 16-year-old child. And again, with the world that we live in, it's just dangerous. It's just dangerous.
No, 100%.
I wanted to come here and speak to his parent because somebody that loves him has to know about this.
Yeah, you don't just walk up to somebody's crib.
All day long?
You don't walk up to somebody's crib like that.
I mean, I don't know how old that kid is, but clearly they're young.
Yeah, 15 years old and shit, yeah.
Oh, he's 15, not even 16.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, you definitely don't do that. Definitely don't do that. I apologize.
No, please, I'm fine.
And he looks all emotional, like he's about to, like, cry on my doorstep.
See, that's the sucker shit. Homie didn't confront Joe. His parent confronted Joe. But he's saying Joe looked like he about to cry on some emotional shit. You should have approached him at your doorstep then. What's up?
If I would have came out with my gun and shot everybody and went to jail, this is a horrible story.
I feel like what we did fucked him up more than what Drake tried. Like Drake's diss track, we fucked Joe Budden up more than Drake's diss track did to him.
These actions make me embarrassed.
I also think that Charlemagne, like, I don't like what he did. He put us on Donkey of the Day.
Well, in my opinion, Joe Budden is washing Drake. It's a fact. Where's the bars? Like, I don't want to hear about some pump it up jokes that Drake made. Joe Budden is washing Drake. That's a fact.
Joe Budden's practically arguing with the wall. He's been dropping track by track by track. And Drake is sitting.
This is how Drake fans
while
thinks.
Joe Budden is living in a residential area when anyone can just walk up to his house and harass.
Let me play this again. You see this guy right here? This is what most Drake fans think is reality, and they think they know hip hop.
Drake is sitting in his.
Look.
Joe Budden is washing Drake.
Okay. That guy that just spoke, I think he wasn't with those other two. I think he might be a sibling or something like that, but he basically said to the other dude, like, yo, I don't agree with y'all even going to Joe Budden's script, right? But he also said that, yo, in terms of Drake versus Joe is washing Drake. Like, those pump it up jokes ain't gonna work. Now, the kid in the middle, he's like the main guy who was running up on Joe singing, pump it up. So, he's not gonna have that type of mentality. But this is the epitome of when I hear Drake stands on the internet defending Drake, and it's not a problem defending because there's certain instances you could put up a legit defense, but when I hear like some of these nonsensical, non-hip hop, it's not even like just Drake, it's just, y'all start making defenses, it's not even hip hop. You know what hip hop is. And this explanation that this kid's gonna give, and I'm gonna play it right now, it's not hip hop. This is what it is. Listen to him.
Fact.
Right here.
Joe Budden's practically arguing with the wall. He's been dropping track by track by track. And Drake is sitting in his mansion.
Okay, falls with that, right? So in the beginning, I was like, yo, Joe, you're delusional. I said that. Like, Joe, Drake ain't thinking about you. He's too rich. You're delusional. However, when Drake starts mentioning the nigga on stage, drops no shopping, then you got to be like, Drake is obviously somehow acknowledging dude, right? And his stands just don't even get that. Like, even though Drake says homie's name on stage, they don't get that. They don't care. But let's continue.
While Joe Budden is living in a residential area when anyone can just walk up to his house and harass him.
So to pause again, I'm sorry I'm pausing this once, but we got to really analyze the mind of a stan. He's saying, like, how are we even talking about this? Drake is living in a mansion. Joe is living in a residential area. In hip-hop, we're talking about hip-hop. And this is a hip-hop fan in 2016 saying, wait, why should he respond? We got one guy living in a mansion, one guy living in a house, the regular house. These are the people when you're arguing online and you're saying that, yo, this person's nicer than this person. They then think like, wait, no, but Drake just fucked 5 bitches last week. What you mean he's better than Drake? These are the things that are coming into play. Homie said Drake is living in a mansion. That is true. But does it matter when it comes to actual bars and we're talking music? To this guy does. Because he's a Drake stan. And when Drake stan know he's so huge, like Drake is bigger than like everything right now. They use these things that are like, who cares what house? Yo, we ain't care what house Jay-Z was living in when Nas eated his ass. We ain't give a fuck what house Biggie was in when Tupac was going in on him. It doesn't matter about your house. But to these new age fans that have infiltrated the culture who now believe they're hip-hop, because this thing ain't really hip-hop. Look at him. Is this guy hip-hop? Is that guy hip-hop? He's not. Look at this guy. But behind the screen name, he'll talk like he knows hip-hop like you. But when you look at this little herb, you're like, what? And then you hear the fuckery coming out of his mouth. You're like, what? Is this what we're talking about? You're talking about mansion sizes, nigga? We're talking about bars. You're talking about mansions. We talking about bars. What are we talking about? And this is what these niggas use to propagate their fuckery. And you're hearing him say, oh, Drake is winning. What do you mean? Pump it up. He's winning. What? Let's continue.
At the end of the day, if Drake wins or loses this rap beef, he's still winning in life.
There we go. There we fucking go. You know what that stand just said? Drake can't lose. And that's what I've been telling y'all. Drake is a motherfucker that can't lose. I've asked a lot of y'all that question. Y'all came on Discord, y'all came on Skype or whatever. I asked y'all the question, how does Drake lose? Tell me how Drake loses. How does Drake lose? Because if he's competing or beefing with someone, it's a competition. How could you beat someone if the score is not even? You don't have a fair shot. Because if you beat him with the bars, you're not beating him at life. And the fan that loves Drake, they're always going to say, well, yeah, you got the better bars, but you're living down the street. Drake is living in some fucking mansion in Calabasas. You see how these niggas rewrite rules? And this is my problem with stans. Because their rules only apply to their guy. No one applies to their guy. Because if I ask this stan or any stan of Drake, like, yo, okay, that's your standards? Okay, I get you. So basically, Drake can't even step on the same court with Jay. Because fuck where Jay's living. Jay's bank account will buy Drake like 10 times. What's the problem? Then they'll switch it up. Well, oh shit, Jay hasn't put out a good song and, oh shit, Jay don't have a hotline bling. These they switch it up, man. These stands be confusing me. But that's what I'm saying. You gotta like look a stand in his face sometime. You see when you see this guy not behind a Twitter name, when you see this guy actually in person, you look at him and be like, yo, I ain't arguing hip hop with you. Nigga, first of all, you don't look hip hop. Like to keep it real, like you could tell this nigga probably start liking hip hop when Drake got on. I can't argue with your ass. Look at this nigga. Like literally. And then you hear the reason behind what he's saying, and you're like, but it puts everything into perspective. You see what niggas trolling me? Niggas used to be trolling me a lot of times on Twitter. And I can't remember who it was. I remember I clicked on because I was clicking like, yo, who are these niggas, man? You look this, once you look at somebody's picture, you kind of see who they are. They're like, man, this shit makes sense. Sometimes you gotta get mad at yourself, like, yo, I was arguing with this nigga. This nigga look like a sucker. I'm arguing with him. You could tell this nigga really don't care about hip hop. This nigga care about Drake. He probably the only hip hop artist this nigga could name are in the OVO camp. He know Quentin Miller. He know P&D. He know Roy Woods. He know Magic Jordan. Fuck out of here, man. These are the guys we talking about. So that's why I'm telling you, hip hop is so commercialized now. We always gotta check ourselves because these stands hop in the game and they start playing the numbers game. When they start playing the numbers game, these are the niggas who are winning. And then they rewrite this whole shit. Because these other people, you're in the minority. Look at this guy. This is the guy who's, yo, 90% of Drake stands are him. 90%. And actually, he's probably the elite of the Drake stands. Because most of these pussy niggas wouldn't even run up on Joe. And yeah, he ain't want no sauce. He ain't want no sauce. But most of these niggas, they would see Joe and tweet about it later. At least he ran down and tried to get a video. He wasn't going to do nothing because he know Joe probably would smoke him. Even though Joe ain't no like tough guy. But you can tell he ain't with the shits. But then he's an average internet nigga who experiences something in real life, hops on the internet after, and rewrites the narrative. When Joe Budden showed up to your crib, bro, he didn't show up to your crib on some, listen, man, I'm sorry, I ran y'all down. He showed up to tell a parent, listen, you see that incident that happened? It could have went a different way. And from somebody who has a child your age, I didn't even know Joe Budden has a 16-year-old son. I said it yesterday on yesterday's stream. He should got his 16-year-old son to beat that kid's motherfucking ass. I would have sat there like a proud parent, gun on the top of the car, sitting there like, ain't nobody jumping in. My son about to whip your fucking ass. Real rap. My son's 16. My son can't be no pussy like that. He about to whip your ass. I'm sitting here. If any of your friends jump in, I'm busting some warning shots. Nothing. Somebody got to. You got to get taught a lesson. So Joe goes to this dude's crib. This dude ain't even show up to the door. Actually, if you hear at least Joe's account, he says the mom got all 4 of his brothers to come to the door. So basically, they're on some shit like, oh, man, we don't know what's going to happen. Everybody come to the door. So all this talk you're talking now after the fact, it's pussy talk. It's like the nigga gets punched in the moment, then after the fact, he got a million ways to explain it. You know what I mean? I have a personal rule. You know, sometimes, like, during a moment, like, with you and somebody, or you and whoever, it doesn't have to be another, like, man or another person, like, whoever, it could be even you and a chick. If you ever feel like they disrespected you, but you didn't address it in the moment, if you have to think about it when you get home, dead it. If you let it slide in the moment, don't get mad at it when you're at your crib. When you're in a safe, comfortable position, if you ain't react at that moment, let it go. Because you had an opportunity to react. And you didn't. Now you're back at the crib, you're thinking about it a million times. Oh, I should have done this, I should have done this. Everybody's a great Monday morning quarterback. But when you were in the moment, you didn't do nothing. So this is the personal rule I have. Even if it's something I'm like, yo, man, I should have did that. I should have did that. If I didn't do it, and I'm thinking about it after the fact, I got to hold that L. Don't talk about what you're about to do the next time. Nigga, you were in the moment. You ain't do shit. That's just what it is. But I'm telling you, these kids, they're the epitome of what stands of these big artists are. Okay? The stands of these big artists are not dudes who are in the inner city. You could tell by how Joe walked up. Homie not living in the hood. Yeah, homie ain't living in the projects. Homie's living pretty comfortably. And these are the niggas who are dictating what hip-hop is. Let me play the rest of it. It's not much he's saying. But I really listened to it, and I'm like, you know what enraged me? Because I see so many people defending these suckers online. And when I say suckers, I'm looking at it because I'm like, I don't think y'all would agree with this. Because based on, if you like a certain type, or not even a certain type of hip-hop, but a certain aspect of hip-hop which is real, which is not about like this internet trolling shit, you wouldn't respect that type of shit. You'd be like, yo, that's kind of corny. That is corny. You feel me? You're corny. Homie ran down on you, right? Like, this example of what I was talking about. If homie ran down on you, and you're like, please, it's not us, I'm sorry, please, sir, please. You see, you can't get tough on camera later. You can't. Unless you gotta show up and prove or get a one, like you gotta redeem yourself. Don't talk tough on camera. That's some sucker shit. It's like you getting beat up and the next day you be like, man, bitch nigga lucky, man. Lucky called me yesterday instead of today. Like, dog, it didn't matter what you're planning to do now. What you do in the moment. You bitched up. This is what it is. But let me play the rest of this shit, man.
Because Joe Budden is washed up.
He could have broken the window, but he didn't. And
see, sucker shit. He could have broken the window, but he didn't. Like they're telling him, you should have broke the window. Look at these niggas. You think they wouldn't sue? Look at these niggas. You think they wouldn't lie that Joe Budden just randomly assaulted them? They probably wouldn't have put the video out that time. They would have probably just lied on Joe Budden. Again, Joe Budden said the smartest thing. And I know I got a lot of audience that's not African American, but these niggas ain't black. These niggas don't know how black people are perceived or black men are perceived. Joe Budden gets lied on by 3 fuckboys. Joe Budden going to jail. So to them, they talking all this tough shit. But to Joe Budden, he's seen real life consequences. Because first of all, they're underage. I've always said the age group I'm fearful of is the age group of like 14 to 17, because they feel like there's no consequences to their actions. What's the consequence? They could do all type of shit. They go to juvie. Juvie's like a fucking vacation. They get a vacation from their moms. But that's what these niggas are thinking. And add to that, they're not black. They're fucking not black. Whatever story they tell, the big bad rapper just attacked us. Was there anything before you did? No. He saw us and we were singing our favorite rapper song. His name is Drake. We were singing his song and he just attacked us. Come on now.
even if the car door was open, he still wouldn't have done it.
I don't want to apologize.
Oh my.
Fuck Joe Budden.
You hear this shit? Even if the car door was open, they ain't gonna do shit. You hear these niggas talk, bro? These niggas is acting like they really want beef. You see? This is what hip-hop has evolved to. This is what hip-hop has evolved to. Could you imagine one of these little niggas talking crazy to you like this, bro? On some fuck you. Yeah, even if I had... Bruh, the fact is the car door wasn't open. All this shit you're talking after, why didn't you just hit the unlock button? Come on in. Joe, come on in with your 3 rocks. Let's see what's up. Had it locked. Please, sir, please. Come on, man. This is why when I hear all of y'all, and that's why I went on my rant that day, when I hear all of y'all defend the sucker shit, that's why I look at y'all as suckers. Because these are the dudes who are doing it. And if you are, like, unless you're them, unless you have that mentality, or you're on that bitch made shit like them, you will not co-sign that shit. You can't co-sign this shit. How could you co-sign it? Yeah, it's funny with the memes. The memes are funny. Yeah, Joe Budden was running like he had hella holes in the shot. Yeah, funny. But to defend these dudes? Y'all tripping. Y'all are tripping.
If he wants to, he knows where I live. He can come again, maybe not be apologetic this time.
If he wants to, he could run up again. So he's telling Joe Budden he could come back to my house. Really? Really? Chat, are we looking at this shit seriously? Honestly, yo, chat, look at the comments. I'm not even looking at, I can't even see the comments right now. But the people defending these guys, those are goofies. Real talk. The people who are like, oh, yeah, they're kids. No, they're the goofies. Trust me. Trust me. Because when you look at this level-headedly, that's not a word. When you look at this from a level-headed perspective, this nigga's so corny. What you mean? He showed up to your house. You didn't even face him as a man or a boy. You had your other brothers and mother face him. And while you hid in the back trying to record, you got the video, then put it out via mass appeal, or the picture actually came out. That's why I did the follow-up video. But now you're saying if he wants to come back, he could come back like you about to really get busy? Man, this is why when hip-hop really left the hood and really went into the burbs, and the burbs niggas start really thinking that they're hip-hop, when they know no consequences? What are you talking about? Again, if this wasn't Joe Budden, this was an ignorant rapper, come back to my crib? Nigga, we shooting the crib up? Like, you can't talk to Joe Budden ain't about it like that. Of course, Joe Budden's a grown man. And you shouldn't even knock a rapper because he's living in a residential area. Joe Budden could live beyond his means if he wants to. Joe Budden still got a fan base. He could try to live beyond his means and try to act like he's in a mansion. Yo, he's living a modest lifestyle that I'm pretty sure is taken care of and completely paid off by rap. What's the problem with that shit? Not everybody could be Drake. If you look at most of these rappers, they're not living like Rick Ross. They're not living like Drake. These are exceptions to the rules. Even these niggas you see have a one hot year, 1 year doesn't define your whole life. Eventually, 10 years down the line, you got to downscale. You're a Drake rappers downgrading their houses. Yes, that happens. Because unless you're hot every fucking year, you're going to have to downgrade. Not all these niggas are making multi-million dollars a year. Joe Budden ain't really making crazy money a year. He's living in a residential area. What's the fucking problem? But these little clowns, because Drake is their savior, they're going in for Drake. Drake lives in a mansion. You'll never get invited to Drake's mansion. Drake don't even want you niggas around. All you males that stand Drake, Drake don't want you niggas around. Drake want bitches around. The thoughts that y'all hate, that's what he wants. He don't want y'all niggas around. He just wants y'all niggas defending him on Twitter or Instagram. He don't want y'all around. He don't even acknowledge y'all. He follows y'all just to kind of get a joke. He don't give two fucks about y'all. Probably followed you and turn the notifications off or put your profile on mute. But these are the niggas who are constantly riding for this dude. And it's not a problem if Drake is your favorite, but when you are willing to do some dumb shit like run up on another rapper, and my only thing is that what had happened if it wasn't Joe? Like, I hate to use Kodak as like the example all the time. You run up on Kodak Black, I think all three of y'all, or however many of y'all are 6 foot deep. Y'all dead. Ain't no fucking joke. You run up on Kodak singing some dumb shit, nigga, that's gonna be the lullaby to your fucking death.
But I don't want anything to do with Joe Budden. OVO.
OVO all the way.
You stands gotta stop it. OVO ain't a cult. They ain't claiming members. Y'all can't get a free t-shirt. Y'all can't get a free concert ticket. Y'all can't get a free nothing. Talking about you, OVO, that's what I be telling when people be like, yo, yo, why you defending Meek? Why you defending Drake? Why you defend? I'm like, nigga, first of all, I ain't on nobody's sides. I don't take sides like that. These niggas, you're not signed up for a fucking army. These niggas don't give a fuck about you. Even the Ghost Rider, they don't give a fuck about. You think they care about you? The Ghost Rider got punched in his eye. Drake told a nigga, yo, be safe. You got to be safe, bro. What? What do you think he gonna tell y'all? Stay in the house. What he's gonna say? So that's pretty much complete sucker shit, man. I watched this video. I'm watching complete disgust. And it wasn't only disgust at the kids because for them, they're trying to enjoy the 15 minutes, but it's really in disgust for all the people who defend it. And I see a lot of people, because they're Drake stans or they're just stans in general, maybe you're stans of another artist. You think that's what being a stan is, running up on somebody? That's not being a stan. That's being a fucking idiot. And I looked at it, and I watched them, how they were trying to explain. I'm like, the sad thing is, 90% of when people tweet at me, I see those three guys. And in reality, those three guys don't want it. So if you're trying to be represented by those three guys, we'll see. Y'all just got to gain the braveness. Run up on other people. Leave Joe alone. Run up on Meek. Y'all got to run up on, some people who actually want to invite that shit. Meek been rapping all this time talking about, I can't wait till I run into you. Y'all are stans. Why y'all don't run into Meek? When y'all see Meek, run into Meek. Let's see what happens. Let's see if y'all could just LOL it out. That's what I want to see. All right? That's pretty much it, man. No, listen, man. Yo, you know what? And they got it, Charlemagne. But you know what? Charlemagne sees it from the same perspective as I do. You see, outside of entertainment, Charlemagne has a wife. He has 2 daughters. He lives the same, not place, but he lives kind of modestly like Joe. Me, I don't I live in a pretty nice community, but I don't have no fucking mansion in Calabasas. And while all y'all giggle it out, to everybody with a fucking brain, they look at it like, yo, these fans are getting out of control. They really think everything's a fucking joke now. And they're thinking it's a joke for somebody who don't give a fuck about them. So, in reality, some of these niggas or somebody got to get smoked. Got to get an example because niggas just don't learn. You know what I mean? I could do a million stories about Chirac. Yo, the killing is bad. Why don't they stop? Please stop. Please stop. Don't make national news until a 4-year-old gets shot. Oh, a 4-year-old got shot by a stray bullet in Chicago today. Oh, my God. Crazy. It's very sad. I'm not saying it's not sad. But it takes that for people to actually say, oh, damn. There are too many bullets flying around Chicago. Nigga, I've been covering it for so long. They're doing too much. But it takes an instance like that to be like, oh, now I think, yeah, let's have a march. Please, can we have a march? And I'm like, Young Poppy just died. He just died. There was 80 people that got shot in the weekend. Wait, are we not having marches for that? Nope. It takes and it's fucked up, but it takes some very unfortunate instance for something to really happen. Had that fan got smoked, the lesson would have been taught. But unfortunately, Joe would have been in jail. Joe would have been in jail, though. That's the thing. Had the fan got smoked, I guarantee everybody would be like, yo, Joe overreacted. Secondly, damn, yo, we ain't running up on nobody's crib. This going this viral and these kids popping shit off got you motherfuckers, even some of y'all thinking, oh, shit. So if Drake got beef with somebody, I could do this? All right. Okay. I mean, Drake ain't really beef with no real dudes like that. But, imagine if that was a thought in rap. If y'all a fan of Chief Keef, I guarantee you won't run up on Lil J. He's in jail right now, Cook County Jail. Which, by the way, I heard 2 inmates took over that whole bitch. They're wilding out in there. But I guarantee I won't do that. So I'm just trying to, for all the little soft fans of, and it's not even just fans of hip hop, they're just fans of Drake. Because these guys, guarantee, as I said, the only people that like It's an OVO. Yo, there's something like flying around up in this bitch, yo. What the fuck is that? All right, man. But that's it, man. That's my opening little soliloquy. Probably go on YouTube. Just give you a heads up.